So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, here comes Ashton Genty. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ewers. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Genty. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. They go play action with Ewers. That's going to be incomplete. Good run by the defender. Body his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
3rd and short. It's Ewers. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Vegas. At the 31-yard line. Let's go. Throwing from the gun is Ewers. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. On the handoff, it's Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And the Browns are going to get possession here.
I forced that in there. It's on me.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. On the ground, here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down. 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Buffalo 18. 2nd and 7.
Here we go, start. 19, Charger, 19.
Watson. He'll get that to Quinshawn Judkins. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up as the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down.
That's on me.
Cleveland. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, like just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Gravity Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up first and goal. At the 8-yard line. Go! Here's Genty. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Ewing. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here we go, set.
3rd and goal. Ewing. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he will get into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Vegas. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The PAT up and good. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets
Good
all
run,
the
good
way
run.
up
So good run.
to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready? Check up.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
How's their flag?
It looks
In the
like
injury
we've got an
timeout.
injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
60, come on.
They run it once more with Judkins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I don't understand
This
what the
play,
flag.
Mike, was clearly
There's a
about the
flag,
job
was
of
there
this
not? Am I
defensive
tripping?
line. Great job
Gotta
holding
go
their
back and look at
ground,
that.
forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Let's go now. Coop 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Mustang 19. Kirk.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. At the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Once again, it's Genty. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Hey, check this. Check out.
The run here with Devin Singletary. Oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19.
To throw is Ewers. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
Let's go. 19, 18. Hut, hut.
Here's a handoff to Genty. A gain there of 11. First down, Vegas. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Ewers looking to throw. Open is knocks over the middle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now Ewers. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Ready.
3rd and goal.
Go. Check go.
Throwing is Ewers. This caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll run the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Quinn Ewers. Touchdown, Raiders. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
The kicker on for the
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
Fake the handoff. Now Watson hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Cougar 19.
On the handoff, Churchill. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Going down the center of the field.
Wow.
And it's
Wow.
taken in. And he'll take this one in. Shamari Brown. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is second TD catch of the season. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his second miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this pass.
Why is Jinty doing
before he's
kickoffs?
brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
I don't like it. I don't like it a lot.
Cowboy 80. Let's go now. 18 cup.
They'll start
Ooh.
on the ground with Genty. And he ran right through one tackle, sliding forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
Tackled at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Ball on the 32. It's second and 2. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He's got his receiver. And
PI.
Jack Bash.
Holding.
Take this forward, maybe 2, 3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
That was first down. Boom.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
They'll run. It's Singletary. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
This is one of those plays where you got to give him some love after. Let him know it was an outstanding run and all that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
They'll run with Robinson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check up.
Throwing now. Ewing. They try to set up the screen, but this one's doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd?
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Brett Delpit. And he's going to be taken down, but a nice return up past the 35-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. This pass caught by Judy.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9.
70 Timberwolves.
On play action, it's Watson. One down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Quarterback's
Almost
lucky
lost
on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
19 Tiger, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Riggs, Mustang 19.
Shotgun snap to Watson, and that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 24-yard line.
To throw, Ewers. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Raider 1st down.
You find yourself
Dot,
in these
bro.
2-minute
What a
drills,
fucking
Mike. They're
dot.
pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
He's going to take a shot down the field. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now a timeout signal for it, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, here's Ewers. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Rock Ballard. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Take the field goal here, bro. What are you talking about?
Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. No issues there. This one is good. And the Raiders will now make it an 11-point game. It's 17-6. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. This taken at the 5. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
We was ready for the reverse.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now an opening past the 30. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this all
I'm
the
motherfucker
way
fast.
90 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. They'll go for 2 as Watson brings the Browns to the line.
Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Let's go now.
First down throw for Ewers. The man down the field, it's Olave. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Brett Delpit. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Browns take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle goes Judkins here. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 2. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone. Inside
I literally
the
am giving
20.
this man the chance to be
Just his first catch. They have
Like,
held him
I'm
in
literally
check so
giving him
far. But that one gives him a first down. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. On the give, it's Judkins. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's a second and 3 forthcoming. Watson. That is caught by the tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and
My
foremost,
fucking
we
phone,
see
bro.
so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the
I
field.
really can't
And we're
fucking
back to
do
it as the kick's away.
It's so annoying.
Here comes a return from the 3. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Schlesinger on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Run out of the gun for Gentry. He'll forward for maybe a yard. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Oh my God, he was in.
Lined up incomplete. He was looking for Jack Besh that time. And that'll set up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the
Sorry,
marker.
just gotta get a pick.
And they fail to convert on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Huh.
Play action. Watson. That's out wide to Judkins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Cowboy 80.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
Ready up.
First down. 1st and 10
70
at
Ranger,
the
70
38-yard
Ranger.
line.
Ready. Bronco 80.
Off play action, here's Watson. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And it looks like he's going to come up just short
That's
of the
crazy
1st
how
down.
he
Out of
is.
bounds, a yard shy of what they needed.
That changed the direction I got.
On 3rd down.
Okay, ready.
Back to throw is Watson. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Cleveland.
It's kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup. Good protection up front. And they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough. And they give up a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Let's go now.
A play fake, and now it's Ewers. Oh, man, open downfield is Horton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On the handoff, this is Genty. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Ewers. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense, they were ready for it. They were all over that one. And the failure to connect on the fake punt is going to lead to a turnover on downs.
Come on. 7, 19, Pressure leading. Go.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
4 yards on the
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
18, Rattler. 18, rep. 70 Lions.
And we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
To throw is Watson. Quick throw, taken in. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. First down,
I
Cleveland.
don't understand.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Ready? 79 Broncos. Bronco 80. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Here's Watson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready?
Now it's Watson. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
You could have had a pick
As the
there.
offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Oh, they had a shot there, hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. It will come back out to the 20. Ewers now, he'll throw on 1st down. He'll get this off to Genty. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And they'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Got it into the hands of Olave. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Vegas.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. In motion, that's Thornton. They'll throw again with Ewers. Pass caught right side by Thornton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. To the air once more is Ewers. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
A 7-yard gain. And the Las Vegas 1st down. A gain of 7. And the Raiders 1st down.
Let's go now.
Here's Ewers again. And caught left side by Bowers. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. ground, it's Genty. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down. In motion, that's Thornton. From the shotgun, it's Ewers. Inside the 10, it is caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
Las Vegas, first down. First and goal, Raiders.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Ewers. A big mistake. It was first and goal, and it's intercepted. He gets free. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this back all
Fuck,
the way.
man.
Touchdown, Browns. Now, the extra point. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his second miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll run here. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's second down. They'll drop to throw. That's to the right side. And caught by Bowers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's catch number 5 tonight. And it's good for a first down. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's first and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
So they got half of what they need. The deficit is 8. But now, the critical onside kick attempt.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy,
Damn.
this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the Browns. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory.